On this year's Preakness, we have some tips on this year's field. Joining us live this morning is handicapping expert Dan Collins, and I need help. I don't like gambling, and so when I do, I don't like to lose my money. So what do I need to do?
Well, for one thing, we're not a gambler. Gambling is for people who just want the thrill. We want to win money.
That's right.
So that's another situation.
Okay.
So let's take a look at the field. We'll go down real quickly.
Okay.
Start with goal-oriented. He's only raced twice. He ran one race for 125,000, no stakes experience, he's out. Journalism has run well at the grade 1 stakes level, which is what the Preakness is. Second in the Kentucky Derby, won the Santa Anita Derby. He doesn't have to worry about sovereignty this time. He's your favorite, and he should be.
I'm going with journalism just for obvious reasons, but.
Well, the thing is, it's like you look at the odds. Odds are right now 8 to 5. Well, that means you're betting $5 to get back 3 more. So you're betting $5 to win 3.
Okay.
So that's not a good bet.
Oh, man.
But, for people who play exactas and so forth, you could, parlay him with some other horses. But to me, it's like hard enough picking one horse, much less trying to pick who's going to come in second, third, and everything else. So,
right.
So it's like, well, where's the money?
Okay.
American Promise has only one stakes win. He's failed at the grade 2, grade 3 levels. Class isn't there, gone.
Oh.
Heart of Honor is your dark horse. Right now on the page at 12 to 1. This horse has been racing in Dubai. Just missed for $1 million race.
Wow.
Coming all the way from the other side of the world, training specifically for this race. I've watched some of his races. This horse is a really strong finisher. He's going to be interesting to watch near the end.
And this is Heart of Honor.
Heart of Honor.
So 12 to 1, does that mean you bet? How does that work?
For every $1 bet, $12 is received.
I like those odds.
So if you bet at $2, you're going to get $26 back.
I like the return on that one.
Pay Billy, I'll just say quickly, too cheap. River Thames, he's the one that could possibly steal the race. He's got good, strong background, ran very well on a grade 1 level, the Bluegrass. Sovereignty just barely beat him by a neck in another race, and he doesn't have to worry about him. He also has had a couple of really good works at Belmont on what's known as a training track. My mentor in handicapping, the late Ed Knapp, used to say to me, training track is like a plowed field. So if a horse runs really well on a plowed field, he's going to run well here. 4 furlongs, sprints, tightener races, he's going to be going to the front. The key is, can he go wire to wire?
So is that one, what's the return on that one?
River Thames, his odds aren't up at the moment, but I think he's probably going to be one of the 4 favorites. Let's see, River Thames, ready up, 9 to 2.
Okay.
That's another interesting fact. One of the 4 favorites generally wins 80–85% of the time. Once in a while, though, you get a rich strike. 2022, over 80 to 1. It does happen, but it's pretty rare.
Okay.
Let's go down the list of the rest of them. Sandman, he's a strong possibility. Won a grade 1 level and the Arkansas Derby. Shows he can run this distance and the weight. So he's going to be closing. So we'll see.
This is our floor director, Daryl's pick.
Yes, and it's a good pick. Clever again, only raced 3 times. Again, lower levels, I think is too cheap. Same thing for Gosger. So let's sum it all up. How is this race going to run? We're going to see up in the front, like the first 5 horses in the front of the field, goal-oriented, Pay Billy, Gosger, River Thames, Clever again. As the race goes on, most of these are all going to fade and fly away. At the end of the stretch is where you're going to see River Thames, and then the closers coming behind him. That's going to be Sandman, Journalism, Heart of Honor. I think they're going to all hit the wire, no more than a length between them. But I think Journalism wins overall. But hey, it's a horse race. That's why they call it that. Lots of things can happen. So it's a difficult race to handicap. I'm what's known as a class handicapper. That means odds, that's determined by what level class I think a horse is at, how good he is. And that's determined by what levels he's been successful at. These are all really good horses, or they wouldn't be here.
Right.
And they're all maturing at different levels and different speeds, and they're all have great backgrounds in terms of their stakes performances. So it's really difficult to know who's going to be ready. On the opposite side of the spectrum, maiden races, which are races where horses have not won any race, so you don't know what class they are.
Right.
So those are the 2 spectrums. This is the tough race to handicap. So it's going to be close.
And is this all or nothing? Like if my horse comes in second, do I still get a little piece of the pie or am I out?
Well, let's just say if you bet the horse just to win and it comes in second, you don't get anything. You got to bet him if you got to bet in place if he comes in second.
I'm trying to diversify my bets here, maybe, if that's a good idea.
Well, here's a really easy way to figure out how to bet.
Real quick, because they're saying we got to go.
Quick. Okay. If the horse is less than 2 to 1, you can't bet it flat.
Gotcha.
You're risking, it's not worth the risk. 2 to 1 to 5 to 1, bet win. 5 to 1 to 10 to 1, win, place, and show. 10 to 1 to 15 to 1, place and show. Over 15 to 1, bet show.
Okay.
It's conservative, but in the long run, you will make money.
I like that. All right, conservative it is. Our expert Dan Collins here giving us the breakdown of what we need to know before we shell out that money, right?